Good day, kids. In the last chapter, we saw our home, the earth, and how it looks. Now, we will look at some more details on how the earth looks. In chapter 2, the earth, how it looks. Children, as we learned in the last chapter, in order to see or travel around the earth, we will have to travel more than 40,000 kilometers. So, we can easily draw a conclusion that the earth is too big for us to see the whole of it at once. Isn't it? It's too big. You remember Ferdinand Magellan? They took 3 years. Of course, now we can take flights, but still it will take some time. But just all at once, if you want to see it, let us read the line here. The earth is too big for us to see the whole of it at once. If you're standing on your terrace, can you see the whole earth? No, I cannot. And I'm sure you also will not be able to do it. We might just be able to see a part of Borsad or the village that we live in. A small portion of it, not the entire Borsad also. If I go to the school terrace, I won't be able to see the market. I won't be able to see Janki twins, or I won't be able to see Samarth. I will be able to see a small portion of it. So what do we understand? We will be able to see only a part of it which is in front of us. Alright? You will be able to see only a part of it that is in front of you. Let us read the text, children. We can see only a part of it which is in front of us. So now the question arises in all our minds, then how can we see the earth at once? I would like to see it. You also, right, children? Let us read the text before we go further. Then how can we see the whole earth? Children, as we have always heard the saying, nothing is impossible. Right? If you cannot do anything, your teachers will say, don't worry child, you try, nothing is impossible. Or the other saying is, necessity is the mother of invention. If you need something, you will do it, you will find out your way. So, scientists and explorers found out ways by which we could view the whole earth at once. Yes, they came out with 2 ways of doing it, right? So let us read the text, children. There are 2 ways to do this. One of the ways of getting the glimpse of the whole earth is by sitting in a spaceship. I'm sure you've seen something like this in pictures. Yes, a spaceship. And flying high above the earth, actually crossing the 4 layers of the atmosphere, that is going 500 meters away from the earth and getting into space. And from there, you will be able to see the entire earth. So let us read the first way of doing it. By sitting in a spaceship and flying high above the earth. That is one way. Now children, not all of us can sit in a spaceship. Can you? Do you get a ticket for it? No, we can't. Only astronauts do it. So what we can do is we have a model of the earth. Model is something that looks the same as the original piece. Okay. So now by looking at the model of the earth, we can see the whole earth. Look at the model here I have for you. Yes. So the second way is by making a small model of the earth and looking at it. Children, even if we have the globe in our hands or we are on a spaceship, we will not be able to see the whole earth at once. We will be able to see only the half, only the portion that is in front of us. Am I right? Yes. because it is round. So whatever is in front of you, you will be able to see that. Okay. Before I go further to tell you how you can see the entire earth, let us read the text in this passage. Even then, we can't see the whole of the earth at once. We know that the earth is round. We can see only that half of it which is in front of us. In order to see the other half, what do? Now, if we sit in a spaceship, we will have to take our spaceship around the other side of the earth to see the earth, the other side of the earth. Okay, children, if you're sitting in a spaceship, suppose if you want to see the entire Borsad, can you just sit in your car and sit in your car? No, you will have to drive around Borsad. You will have to move in it. So in the same way, the spaceship has to move around the earth to see the entire earth. All right. So let us read. We will have to take our spaceship round to the other side of the earth. When we are looking at the earth or a globe, how do we bring the other side of it in front of us? What do we need to do? We need to turn it around and bring it in front of us. Just as you're looking at the movement in this picture here, sure you can see the globe moving? Yes? So let us read the text to understand this better. We will have to rotate the globe. Rotate is a moving from left to right, so as to bring the other half in front of us. Now children, can we all go into a spaceship like we drive a car? No, we cannot. I cannot go, and I'm sure you also cannot go into a spaceship. That's not an ordinary car. Only if you grow up to be an astronaut will you be able to do it. So if you want to go into the outer space, become an astronaut, okay? And because we cannot go into the spaceship to see the real earth, what we will do is, we will look at the model of it, which is available in the library, or it can be purchased from a bookstore. And what is it called? It is called a globe. So let us read the text before we go further. It is not easy for us to go up in a spaceship and see how the earth looks, but it is very easy to see the earth with the help of a globe. Children, we just read the word globe. It is called the globe, the model of the earth. Now let us see what is a globe. Let's go further. Children, this picture that you see is that of a globe. Look at the shape of it very carefully. It is in the shape of a ball or a sphere, as I mentioned in the last chapter. But it is much smaller, much smaller than the real earth. And you will be able to see it in different sizes, children. Okay. And when you look at it, you have many colors on it. You have something written on it. The things written on it are the different places, the different countries, the different cities, the different oceans and seas and mountains. And you will also see the water bodies on it, marked on it. So you will understand where you are on the earth and which are your neighboring countries, and many more things you will get to understand. This globe is usually placed on a stand. As you see over here in the picture, there is a stand down there. Yes. Most of the time, a globe is usually placed on a stand. And a rod passes through the center. Can you see something that is going in the center there? There is a rod in the center. And why is there a rod? To help us rotate, to help us move that globe round. Can you see? When you turn it around, it moves. Why? Because of the rod that is there present. Now let us read about the globe and find out what the text is telling us. A model of the earth is called a globe. It is shaped like a ball. It is a much smaller version of the earth. It shows different cities, countries, mountains, rivers, and many other such things that are found on the surface of the earth. A globe is usually mounted on a stand. A metal rod passes through its center. We can easily turn the globe since it rotates around this rod. Now let us understand, children, what are the similarities or differences between the real earth and the model of the earth, that is the globe. Okay, let us see what are the differences. Let's read. A globe and the earth. A globe is not fixed. It turns on the metal rod that passes through it. As I mentioned before, it is not fixed. It has a metal rod that helps it to turn around. This metal rod is just like the axis of the earth. Children, now the similarity. What is similar to the globe? The earth. How is it similar? We just saw the metal rod that passes to the center. But children, the earth also passes, also moves, but it doesn't have a rod. There is just an imaginary line that passes through the center. Now let us look at it carefully. See, look at the picture. That line that you see there, it is the axis of the earth. This axis is not real, it is an imaginary line. Okay, like the globe, the earth too is not fixed. See the similarity? Both are not fixed. It continuously turns around its axis. Axis is the imaginary line. And in the globe we have the rod. The earth's axis is not a metal rod. Remember children, the globe has a metal rod. The earth's axis is not a metal rod. It is an imaginary line going through the center of the earth. I'll read once again. Like the globe, the earth too is not fixed. It continuously turns around its axis. The earth's axis is not a metal rod. It is an imaginary line going through the center of the earth. Children, look at the first picture. The child can only see what is in front of him, right? So in order to see what is at the back, he will have to spin the globe in order to bring that hidden part which is behind in front of his eyes. So can we read the text now? Have you understood? So you will be able to see, even on the globe, you can see only what is in front of you. In order to see what is behind, you will have to bring the portion in front of your eyes. We can see only one half of the globe at one time. The other half is hidden from our eyes, since it is on the other side of the globe. In the same way, what you just saw on the globe happens with the real earth, children. Only one half faces the sun. So the half of the earth that faces the sun gets sunlight. And when you get sunlight, what part of the day is it? It is daytime. And the other half that is not facing the earth does not get sunlight. And it is night there. Have you understood? If you look at the pictures very carefully, you will be able to understand, children. Look at it. Yes. See, the part that is facing the sun is bright. And the part that is not facing the sun, it's quite very dark. Now let us read the text, children. Similarly, only one half of the earth faces the sun at one time. The other half faces away from it. That half does not get sunlight. It is night there. Children, we cannot spin the earth. Can we? Can we go above in the space and turn it around? Do the astronauts do that? No, we cannot. We cannot spin the earth. But the earth rotates by itself on its axis. I told you what is axis, do you remember? Okay, I hope you remember the imaginary line that passes through the center of the earth. So, when the earth rotates on its axis, the other part of the earth comes before the sun and has day. Children, how can you understand better? You can go on Google and check what is the time in America right now. Okay. What you do is go on Google and find out if it is 1 o'clock here, what would be the time in USA or another country. You will understand there is a time difference. Why? Because the earth is moving slowly around the sun. You will find out if it is day in India, it will be a part of night in America. Now let us read the text and watch the pictures very carefully. Similarly, when the earth rotates on its axis, the other parts of the earth come before the sun. Now they get sunlight, meaning it is day there. Now children, remember this rotation causes day and night. What is rotation? The movement of the earth around itself. Okay, it's moving around itself on the axis. This movement is called rotation, and this rotation causes day and night. Now why don't you try it yourself? Take a ball and ask your mummy to hold it for you at a distance. And you can take a torch or a flashlight and flash that light on the ball. You will see the portion of the ball facing the torch has brightened up, gets light, and the other side is not getting the light. Now if your mummy, who is holding the ball, starts turning the ball from left to right, if you ask her to turn the ball from left to right, what will happen? You will see that the part that was in the dark is now moving towards the light. Even if you observe the pictures, children, and read this text very carefully, you will surely understand. So look at the picture very carefully and let us read the text. This is what causes day and nights on the earth. See it yourself. The earth rotates on its axis from east to west. Now you can have an idea of this movement if you rotate the globe slowly from left to right. If you flash light on the globe with a torch, you will understand how day and night takes place. Children, I'm sure you've understood the first part of the chapter. Now what we'll do is we will go through the new words in the chapter. The first word, E-A-R-T-H, earth. Children, pay attention to the new word spelled out. It will help you in your reading and writing your question and answers. E-A-R-T-H, earth. S-U-P-P-O-S-E, suppose. S-U-P-P-O-S-E, suppose. C-R-A-W-L-I-N-G, crawling. C-R-A-W-L-I-N-G, crawling. S-I-M-I-L-A-R-L-Y, similarly. S-I-M-I-L-A-R-L-Y, similarly. W-H-O-L-E, whole. W-H-O-L-E, whole. F-R-O-N-T, front. F-R-O-N-T, front. S-P-A-C-E, S-H-I-P, spaceship. S-P-A-C-E, S-H-I-P, spaceship. F-L-Y-I-N-G, flying. F-L-Y-I-N-G, flying. A-B-O-V-E, above. A-B-O-V-E, above. M-O-D-E-L, model. M-O-D-E-L, model. A-T at O-N-C-E, once, at once. A-T at O-N-C-E, once, at once. O-T-H-E-R, other. O-T-H-E-R, other. O-R-D-E-R, order. O-R-D-E-R, order. Globe, globe. Globe, globe. Shaped, shaped. Shaped, shaped. Version, version. Version, version. Different, different. Different, different. Cities, cities. Cities, cities. Countries, countries. Countries, countries. Mountains, mountains. Mountains, mountains. Rivers, rivers. Rivers, rivers. Surface, surface. Surface, surface. Usually, usually. Usually, usually. Mounted, mounted. Mounted, mounted. Metal, metal. Rod, rod. Metal, rod. Metal, metal. Rod, rod. Metal, rod. Passes, passes. Passes, passes. Through, through. Through, through. Centre, center. Centre, center. Easily, easily. Easily, easily. Since. Since. Rotates, rotates. Rotates, rotates. Around, around. Around, around. Axis, axis. Axis, axis. Continuously, continuously. Continuously, continuously. Imaginary, imaginary. Imaginary, imaginary. Through. Through. Centre, center. Centre, center. Hidden, hidden. Hidden, hidden. Faces, faces. Faces, faces. Away, away. Away, away. Sunlight, sunlight. Sunlight, sunlight. Night, night. Night. Rotate, rotate. Rotate, rotate. Meaning, meaning. Meaning, meaning. Causes, causes. Causes, causes. Flash, flash. Flash, flash. Torch, torch. Torch, torch. This brings us to an end of the new words of this part of the chapter. Children, if you've learned this part of the chapter, you've been very good students and have studied hard. Now it's time for a break. So I'm coming back with the next part of the chapter. Keep learning and keep waiting. I'm coming.